This is Dave McCain with the Right Tree Genealogy, doing another video today on Ancestry.com, and a few things I suggest you should do. Together is better. By parents and common ancestors. So when you go into your match list on Ancestry.com, you should have, if you have enough data in the system, enough of your tree and enough matches go one side or other, where you can choose by parent beta. And I have a different link to this video that I've done separately, and I'll link it right here in a card that'll pop at the top of the screen if you're going to watch that and come back to this one. So once you have your parents chosen, then I suggest you go into your match list, and in this case I'm going to choose the paternal line and common ancestors. Those are the two keys I suggest you do. Once you do these two, you'll have a list of those that Ancestry calls paternal line and having a common ancestor in their tree. Now, a key note here is you should have a tree of your own, or this information won't pop up for you. I'm scrolling down to a part in Mom's match list that meets the paternal line, the common ancestor, but I do not have any notations, dots, or anything of what the relationship is. I'm going to go in and I'm going to select this one right here and see what we can do with it. Now, once you go into this, over to the side here, common ancestor or through lines says that there's a relationship between my mother and this person through Aaron Stratton and Lavina, his wife. This, once I click on this, the through line shows that, and I do, by the way, if you show up in white here, this is in my tree. I have not filled out the tree past this point. That's why it says evaluate. There are some children of Thompson in Stratton, and I know this line, but I do not have it filled in. That's why it says evaluate. Well, once this shows this, the next step we should do here is click on the shared matches. So once I click on that, I'm going to type in Stratton and hit the search button to see how many of the matches actually have Stratton in them, the shared matches between this person and my mother. Well, there's a list of people here that have that shared match relationship. This gives me an opportunity to take into account the fact that I have common ancestor with them. I have a tree set up to where at least their ancestor shows up in my tree. I can also type in that surname that they say we match with and see shared matches that have that same surname in them. With additional research I've done and not showing on this page, I went through all those matches, looked through some other data, and I decided to type in the notes section. It said fifth cousin, once removed, per Ancestry, by the way, Aaron Stratton and his wife. And then I put down from the bottom of the page the surnames that show up at the bottom of the page, Stratton being the most significant one with 10 people. And that matches both my mother's side and this person's side, that they both have that many surnames in their tree. And also, since this is through my mother's paternal line on the Swearingen side, I have added the Swearingen dot to this match. So some of the comments that I would add here are, you should use this technique, doing the common ancestors and pick the paternal side or maternal side to do your research. That is a piece of the toolbox that you should have. And be cautious. Make sure you look at the shared matches and look to see that it is significant. That common ancestor they reference or recommend to you makes sense, that it's possible that that person could be kin to you, because just in case a different surnames show up, then you need to evaluate that even further. And a key factor for through lines to work for you is to create a good tree of your own. This isn't just a straight line genealogy. Your mom, your grandpa, grandma, and grandparents and grandparents and grandparents. You need to add the other children of your ancestors in order for this to do better. As you verify your information, then you add those, and that's where this next point comes in. This is a note I want to point out here. Your paper trails are very significant here, and documents to find your findings and to be confident in your work. If you do a good job on your tree, You can utilize the through lines and the shared matches of a person who appears on your match list and be able to see how they're matched to you and very possibly find additional matches. Well, thanks for watching this video, and please consider subscribing to the channel or watching some of the other videos posted at the top of this screen. Let's continue learning together.